That's a fact. So it's no surprise that when you join REMAX, you become part of the world's most productive real estate network of more than 120,000 agents.
Can a brand name make a difference? You better believe it can. The REMAX brand can help you do big things for your career. Top brand awareness means buyers and sellers know you before they've met you. When you're with REMAX, you need no introduction.
At REMAX, you're shoulder to shoulder with career-minded quality pros. When you walk among top producers, you'll be inspired to grow your business. Check out the numbers. Now you know why more buyers and sellers would recommend REMAX than any other real estate brand.
There's a world of opportunity at REMAX agents' fingertips. The REMAX network spans over 100 countries and territories. International business can be your new reality. All over the world, REMAX agents translate global connections into sold.
At REMAX, you'll find new ways to help you get ahead. Think mobile apps, iPad presentations, and REMAX.com, which draws massive traffic and serves as a springboard for fee-free leads. Every tool is designed to help make your business more streamlined and effective.
How's this? 3,000 leads delivered to agents every day without referral fees. The REMAX online system connects buyers and sellers directly to you. It's generated 18 million fee-free leads to the network. The leads come straight to your phone, and you take it from there.
The more you learn, the more you earn. With the push of a button, you can stream over 1,000 videos and more than 70 designations and certifications via phone, tablet, or Google Chromecast from REMAX University.
Great things happen when REMAX agents get together. From the unforgettable R4 convention on the Vegas Strip to international niche events, you'll have next-level access to invaluable learning and networking opportunities worldwide.
At REMAX, group buying power is what gives rise to the world-class promotions that earn consumers' attention. From TV to social media, advertising is part of the reason REMAX is the #1 name in real estate. This balloon has clout.
Why REMAX? It's time to see for yourself.
Good afternoon, friends, and welcome to another edition with REMAX. This is a special webinar which is done by us for offering a very special opportunity with REMAX India. So before I start giving you the opportunity and talking about what we are looking at and what kind of profile we are looking at, I'll give you a little background about what is company called REMAX. REMAX is a global institution. It was started in 1973 in Denver, in US. This company since then has gone to 110 countries with 135,000 people working in real estate broking worldwide. Now, this is not easy. This is not easy for a company which start from a very humble background in 1973, actually travel, especially in the service space, because service is not so scalable. If you're a product company, you can take it to many countries. If you're an Apple, it's very straightforward, you can take that. But when you go in a service business, you're talking about different cultures, you can talking about different capabilities, different regulations, different environments, different social practices. And real estate is a very local subject. It's a very, very local subject. It's very close to people who live there. And that's how the real estate has always performed. And that's why it's never had global players in real estate. Every country has their own developers, the home buyers, the way they consume, everything is so very local. So this company actually has become 110 countries local real estate broking company. So what is unique about REMAX is that REMAX, while it is a multinational great giant listed in New York Stock Exchange, a great organization, but it is also a local organization in every country. A lot of countries I go and travel and I meet people and I ask them that I also am partner with REMAX, and they would get surprised that we didn't understand that REMAX was actually a global company. They would understand that REMAX was their own country's company. Most of the people really feel that this is actually done that. There is still a confusion between when you go to Canada and US, because Canada is very well penetrated by REMAX, and almost every second property in Canada is sold by REMAX. So a lot of Canadians feel Actually, it's a Canadian brand. They don't really even know that this is an American brand which came to Canada after 6, 7, 10 years of their practice in US. So this is very special. This is unlike which any other brand I would have seen, which can become a global local brand. And there is a reason for it. There is a reason because it was a hyper local category and people consumed real estate in a local market, and that's how the brand was able to go through. Now, this company did a very stage-wise expansion. It's not that they've gone to all markets as that thing. They always look at a market when there is a political environment, social environment, and real estate environment has come down to a level where it is getting from what I call unorganized to organized. Every market has passed that. First, it started in US because US was the most mature economy. In 70s, when the REMAX started, they started saying that the independent realtors, a realtor is a term which is used for people who sell real estate. In India, we call them agents, we call them brokers, we call them different, I think, but the global name is realtor. When the realtors were independently, they were independent names. They never belonged to one single umbrella. So they had to really create their own brand image, their own office image, and also go and create their independent inventory to sell. So these were fragmented independent broking houses across America. And that's where REMAX thought that how can we change this unorganized real estate practice to a more organized, well-defined real estate broking practice. And I'll come down to what it makes an impact from a consumer viewpoint and so forth. But that was a big change REMAX really saw. And then they started going country by country where they saw the change. Today, as we speak, REMAX is number one in US, they're number one in Canada, they're number one in UK, they're in Italy, France, Portugal, Israel. You keep naming countries, almost every country they made an impact, they're number one. They're number one in Argentina, they're number one in South Africa. So they're any country, they were number one in a country like Mongolia. So every country they went into and they started their broking structure, they actually changed the unorganized to organized form of real estate. India was a 76th country which REMAX really approved, and REMAX decided that India is now right to do that. I can give you another example. They just approved Bangladesh. After 12 years of working in India, where they would get almost like a 50 to 100 inquiries every single month for last 12 years, because a lot of Bangladesh entrepreneurs would see whatever come to India, they would start applying. But they took 12 years to really approve Bangladesh because they're very sensitive that unless and until they see the market has come down to a point where an organized multinational real estate broking can come in, they would not enter the market. So India was approved in 2008 as a 76th country to start broking in the marketplace. It was brought by a gentleman called Samir Chopra. He's a serial entrepreneur, a chartered accountant by profession. He worked very hard to really convince REMAX Global to say, why don't you come down to India? Because he was also very passionate about real estate, and he thought that this was a great time to really bring in a great real estate broking company to India. I, on that capacity, was representing Franchiseindia, so I had an opportunity to work with Samir Chopra at that time to really work with him to develop the business. And only 3.5 years back, Samir Chopra invited me to be partner in that company, and now I am managing director and CEO of REMAX India, apart from my other business, which is Franchiseindia, to run and operate. So that was the journey. It started in India. It was a tough call. I would be honest. It was a tough call because you had all the real estate was divided into two big parts and still very divided into two big parts. And we were trying to really do the bigger one. And I'll explain you how. The first part in broking is the institutional broking. Institutional broking means the large commercial buildings, large commercial developments, large retail developments like shopping malls and things like that. These were handled by what I call IPCs. These are international property consultants. Now, this was also not very old. You know, these companies also entered only in late 90s in India, and they took the entire marketplace. So these are companies like JLL, CBRE, Knight Frank. A lot of these companies are very institutional, large plates. They do SEZ, they will do large industrial parks, but largely into commercial and retail infrastructure, more in the asset management space. Asset management space, they would take a full asset and they manage not only tenancy, but they would also manage and maintain the facility management of the place. So that's what is done at the first part. The second part, which was a much mammoth as a business. Mammoth. Why I say this, there are 1 million people who are what I call hyper local broker. If you are in any city, without a doubt, if you travel 3 kilometers from your home to any place you're going, you will pass, if not more, 50 such agents on the way. Now, this is what is the power of India. India has such a big, large marketplace. Even a smaller city, even a small city like Ambala in India, I think you move 3 kilometers, you will pass through at least 40, 50 people out there who would have boards like saying, I am a real estate agent or a broker or a property services or something like that. Or sometimes they don't have even board. They're just operating out of some infrastructure. And these people are doing what I call hyper local broking. They would sell primary real estate, they would sell secondary real estate, they would sell land deals, they would do leasing property, they would sell industrial property, they would sell retail shops, all the assets they would do depending on where they are. Normally, they would act between the 3 to 5 kilometer radius around them, and they would have local inventories which they would have to distribute that. Now, they're hardworking people, the very, very hardworking people, but they run their own brand. Now, this industry was as large as that. Now, the problem we really saw was multiple. First problem we saw, the lack of trust. REMAX clearly sees that these people are hardworking. But if you have also dealt with any of these brokers out there, the only area which I can definitely tell you that 75 to 80% of people who would interact with them would lack trust. Now, trust is not that you are judging the person that he is not credible enough or he is not stable enough. It's not like that. Just because you've never dealt with him, just because there is no reference point to it, just because you don't have a background verification on that, you would not trust. And especially when you're buying the most important decision of your life, which is buying a property. Buying a property is among the first top 5 decisions of your life. And if you've not gone deep down into understanding who are you dealing with, is the deal safe, is he going to look after your interest, is he professional enough, you will always have a lack of trust. That's one part. Now, second part is the whole relationship management. Earlier days, it used to be you go to your friend and a family or somebody else and say, I'm looking to buy a property, can you advise me somebody? And they would give you a reference. Or you would have some other reference from your colleague in office or places like that. And then you started searching. Then the search era came. In the early 2000s, everybody started searching Google, Facebook, and things like that. Now, the problem with these independent people are that they don't have that marketing dollar to be available on the search. So they find it more and more difficult to get the customers. So they are trying to retain customers, try to create their own neighborhood referral points, but it is becoming tougher and tougher. And it will be very tough 5 years from now for independent brokers to really do that. So productivity was another big challenge. Productivity was another big challenge because they were not productive enough because they don't have the modern tools. They don't have modern advertising tools. They don't have modern marketing tools. So they're not active on social media so much. If they're active also, they're not very nicely done. Some I would say they are very, very good, but most of them, and we're talking 1 million people here, even 100,000 people are good. It's only 10% people who can survive by that self, but 90% of them have no tools. They don't even understand how to deal with these kinds of situations. They don't have economies of scale. They don't have a buying purchase. Another big problem is that they had very little inventory because they were this person as a broker. If I'm running a broking in some part of South Delhi, then I have to do everything. I have to source. I need to go and showcase my property. I need to run my marketing also. I need to do my lead management also. I need to do my own calls also. I have to do everything myself. So what would happen? Your priority would always go into making transactions, but other things would always be left out. You'll not be able to build your brand. You'll not be able to build new relationships. You'll not be able to source new inventory because the inventory is very dynamic. Every day, you need to be on top of it to get new inventories. How do you source inventories? Now, the other problem is coming now that the bigger boys are becoming bigger and bigger, which means the developers which have become big are becoming giant. This is a big transformation happening in real estate. Real estate is passing through a major transformation. One from consolidation. Consolidation means that big boys are coming in the game. Now, this surprises me. In last 5 years, everybody's saying real estate is not going up. It's flat. It's not growing. But what have we seen in the last 5 years? Almost every large corporate of India has entered real estate. Birla, Tata Housing, Mahindra, Shapurji Palanji, L&T, Godrej. You keep naming all the corporates of India, regional corporates of India. If you see Calcutta, you have Imami. In south of India, you have Sri Ram Properties. So regional or national corporates of India have entered this space. They were never there. Do we think that they don't know real estate? They never looked at this industry. They always looked at the industry. But why they not entered? Because this is a timing issue. There was always a time where people would enter a particular industry because industry is on a threshold of going up. Everybody entered retail in 2003, 2004. Every big company, Reliance to Mahindras to Airtel to everybody entered the market because they clearly saw the modern retail was the next big thing happening. Now, we have been in shopkeeping for many, many years. Everybody was doing that for generations. But why they all chose to come to market? Because the market and the industry is getting into maturity. Similarly, now real estate is seeing a big action from large corporates like even Adani has come in, Reliance has come in. They all are coming in because they can clearly see the industry is getting into a certain amount of maturity cycle. Now, that's very good news for industry. We love it at REMAX because we are always willing to work with these large ethical corporates because they give a better understanding. They understand the value of a branded real estate broking company like REMAX, and that's where the value really comes in. So that's a good news happening. Second is people are becoming more and more conscious about the brands. They want to really prefer that. I mean, look at what has happened. Just now, Godrej launched a project in Faridabad. Now it's a sleepy city, not so much of development going on, nothing much is happening. And there was an old developer which actually was not doing well called BPTP, which was a local Bombay developer, Delhi developer. And Godrej actually bought one of the sectors out of that BPTP. One sector. People don't know, actually, there's nothing news in that. But this sector was actually being sold by, actually earlier two sectors of this, 81, 82 and 83. 81, 82 was sold by BPTP much lesser pricing. And they were not able to sell because there was not a credibility available. Now this Godrej comes and takes one sector, which is 83, from BPTP and say, we will run that business. Now they go out and say, we are making these plots and villas, and they actually priced it 20% higher than the earlier two ones which were launched exactly 2 years back. They higher that price. And what is happening? It's selling. In these times, COVID times, it's selling. 20% higher price, sector which is actually behind the earlier two sectors, actually the sector which is already marketed by a developer which were not able to sell, and suddenly Godrej comes in and it starts selling. Now, why it starts selling? Because it's become the brand of choice. People want to go and live with places where they feel safe, they feel that they're good developer, they're good, I think you will get your possession, everything would be trustworthy. So these are good signs. These are very, very good signs happening in real estate. Third, RERA has come in. Now RERA gives a lot of confidence because now the entire industry is getting regulated. Now between these three things, I think the industry is finding it a very good situation to be organized. Now what opportunity we see and where we see the gap in the current environment in real estate is that these organized big companies need organized distribution. If I go to Godrej and say, I am available in 70 cities with 1,400 people spread across India, would you like to work with me? Versus anybody else who's just one small office goes to somebody and say, would you work with me? Godrej would like to work with REMAX because REMAX is also a multinational listed company. Godrej is a listed company. They feel that confidence. They feel that the distribution is available. Now, Godrej doesn't have to put up 65 cities, their own offices. They can just hire REMAX, and REMAX 65 cities can be available to work on that. Now, that's one example in the national front. But that can be an example for regional structure. But maybe regionally, you are one player, and in one city, we have multiple offices. We have offices in Hyderabad, about 40 offices. We have in Bangalore, we have now 22 offices. We have in Pune, we have another 18 offices. Similarly, in every market, we are a strong cluster, and more cluster would continue to become. We are a big cluster, we will create a phenomenal amount of distribution arm for these big developers. So that's a good news. And what we will do for the consumer is more options, better service capability. And finally, another last point, which eventually makes us a big differentiation, is professionalism. End of the day, all our agents and all our broker owners and our regional owners are very highly professional people. They come from different walks of life. Some are chartered accountants, some are practicing, consultants. Some are really top class people who come from management backgrounds in different companies. Some people are coming from telecom. So these are people who are high quality professional. I give you example, the difference between why real estate was not able to get that kind of attraction for talent to join versus financial services. Have you ever asked yourself, real estate is a bigger asset, anytime bigger asset than buying mutual funds, insurance, stock market, and things of that nature. But this industry has attracted talent from the top B schools. When a ICICI says that I'm looking for hiring people in BFSI, which is banking and finance, they would get top schools to send their kids to go and join them. What are they selling? They're selling insurance. But why real estate, which is much bigger asset class, second largest contributor to Indian economy? Every ticket value is higher, margins are higher. So paying capacity of a developer or a rental thing is much higher than financial services because the margins in this business is very low. Why we were not able to attract talent? Because overall professionalism. A good MBA student working in a good college doesn't want to join a local broker. But this option, if we give them and say, you can join REMAX, which is the world's #1 multinational company, they would like to join. And that's what we get. We get top class people to join us and top class people to work for us because they feel comfortable and they get their kind of pride which they wanted from their career. Career is just not about making money. Career is also about a lot of other satisfaction, social status, and a lot of other things that are very, very important for you. So all the combination of all these things, we found that we are doing two very important things. One, we're creating the local knowledge base, which is very important for this business because that's what REMAX really stood for, because we were always local company in the local market. That we did it because a local guy is running that. I am from India. I run REMAX India. I understand India. I've personally traveled every single month, 20 days for last 16, 17. The only time I've not traveled is the last 5-6 months because of COVID. Otherwise, I used to travel 20 days. So I understand this market fairly well. But I'm just understanding from where I would do. I mean, I will go to Hyderabad every single month for last 16 years, but I still would do so much. Then I have a local partner who understands Hyderabad more than that because he's born bottom in Hyderabad. He speaks the local Telugu language. He understands the market. He understands the culture. He understands the diversity of the city. He's my local partner. He will further have in the particular city a person who would run his local neighborhood. So he might have know the entire region, but he doesn't still know the Kakinada, which is the space in that city. So the local partner would know even more than that. Then we have agent who would have further knowledge and deeper knowledge than that. Because of that, we bring in a great amount of warmth and localization, which comes from that. The second side, which I explained, is credibility or capability. Credibility and capability are very important because capability comes from a large organization, large network, our organizational strength, and credibility comes from our brand. We all cherish our brand. The brand is known in the first 20 topmost brands in the world. So this combination of local knowledge and global expertise make us very, very unique for this capturing this whole hyper local market real estate. What are we looking to do? We are looking to change the way real estate is sold in this country. We want to change the way real estate is bought in this country. We want to change the way professionalism was done in the real industry. We want to change the way consumer experience was done. That I call CPU. CPU means CPU. CPU is used to be normally in the computers where it's a performing unit. So in business also there is a CPU. Our CPU is credibility, our better performance for the network because we have much better tools, and last mile user experience. The user has to get more value. So this becomes our CPU. So we provide a phenomenal CPU to the market, and we will shift the customer wherever he is to come to us and take a better services. So what are we looking at? What is an opportunity? Why are we here? Why are you attending this webinar? Opportunity is a very, very special opportunity, which we have restricted for last 12, 13 years since we entered the market. Only 3 countries in the world where REMAX has allowed to have regional owners. Carefully understand, only 3 countries: Canada, Brazil, and India. Why? These were countries were very, very large countries. Even China, because China, there is another thing. They've actually opened up company-owned business first. China is directly a subsidiary of US company. But other 3 countries, because they were large countries, they agreed on a regional owner. Now, what is a regional owner? I'll give you a matrix. There is a principal company what's called REMAX Global, which is called REMAX LLC, which is the parent brand owner sitting in Denver. Then we have REMAX India, which is India master franchise. Then we have regional owners. Regional owner would mean somebody would have a full region under him. It would be a full state or even a bigger city like a Mumbai. That would be a region. As a regional owner, you will have rights to sub-franchise and get into smaller franchise partners. So you will have franchisee under you, which would be called the broker owners. Now, broker owners are the franchisee who set up an office. They would take a neighborhood and set up an office. Say, for example, I was in Mumbai as a regional owner. My office would be, somebody would put up an office in Thane, somebody would in Vashi, somebody would in Powai, somebody would put in Goregaon, Kandivali, Dahisar, anywhere in the city, you will put multiple offices. In a city like Bombay, you can have 200 offices from that perspective. And that's a minimum. I can give you an example. There is a city called Lisbon in Portugal, has 400 offices and 7,000 people working. So it's a small city. It's not like Mumbai, but that's an opportunity with that. Now, as the office, you set up an office, and under that, you have broker associates. They are also not employees, they are associates. Now, the commission is shared between each of them. It's a beautiful structure. Broker associates get maximum commission, then the broker owner, which is a franchisee, and then commission to regional owner, and then to REMAX India, and then to the parent company. Now, REMAX India is also by status at the same level of a regional owner, because we both report to LLC. The only overriding principle is that we have a country rights, so we have to overlook the country. But regional owner actually has a real relationship directly with the LLC. Now, as a regional owner, you have a couple of important things to do. One, you're not somebody who's in the real estate broking business. You are somebody who's building a region. So you have to build the region. Now, region is built by one, selecting the right partners. Not selling. I've not said selling. Selling you can do easy. REMAX India directly can do it. But we feel why we want a regional owner, because he can select better. He needs to understand. Like if I was in Mumbai, I will just pinpoint where I want to be. How do I cover Mumbai completely? I want to be from Panvel to South Bombay to Dahisar to this to that. So all smaller places in the market where I need to do. And then I will do consumption mapping. Consumption mapping, how many housing is coming in which places. Then I need to understand. Then I will go and find out who are the right players. Who are the players I want to really focus on commercial? Who are the players I want to focus on residential? Who are the players I want to focus on luxury? Because if I was, say, somebody given in, say, Malabar Hill, I want him to focus on luxury, because new developments are not coming, but old developments, each house, each flat in that region is a 20 crore plus. So even if you sell 5, you do 100 crore brokerage. And if you do only say 4 or 5%, you have a 5 crore brokerage coming by selling 5 apartments, which means that every 2.5 months you sell 1. You still make 5 crores. So real estate is like that. So one has to be very clearly doing the mapping. Then you need to really select who can represent luxury. Luxury is not everybody's job. You need to create a wow. Somebody who's selling 20 crore property is not a guy who's going to be impressed by just because you're a big talker. You need to have that kind of aura. You need to have that personality. You need to have that. So we have a separate brand called Luxury Collection. It's a very different profile of people we want. People who are socially connected, people who have that kind of reference they need to create. They will be. Then commercial is a different game. It's a sourcing game. You need to understand what is coming where and when it's going to be delivered. When this shopping mall is going to be delivered and what time I need to start that. It's very planning business. Residential, again, it has value and premium. You need to have differently managing that. Then you have land people, you have industrial guys, you need, so different warehousing, logistic. Real estate has a multiple classes, and one has to go deeper into understanding which class you really want to do that. So you'll do a careful planning. You might do a careful planning of saying, at least I would like 100 offices out of that. No brainers, 75% has to be on residential. They need to focus on that. Balance 25, I will put 5 luxury, maybe 5 people in commercial. We have REMAX commercial as and I think we'll have maybe 5 people focusing on retail. They will do more focus on the offices are championed on doing those categories, and then some other categories, maybe industrial, logistics, and things of that nature. And asset management also, we are allowed to do asset management, which means that some buildings we can take exclusive mandate and handle the entire asset management there. So this becomes a complete and universal opportunity for somebody to develop. And then you will work with each of the offices to motivate them, train them, get them back in structure. And REMAX India would also support you in all that, from setting you up right there, helping you to secure new franchisees, helping you to even train and develop those franchisees, helping you to understand how you're going to support your franchisees further. All that pieces needs to be done. National contracts, REMAX India would bring it. Regional contracts, you will bring it. So that's a fundamental of the business. This is a very, very generational business. If anybody is trying to think through and taking regional owner, should be thinking about at least 20-year horizon. If you want to build something for next 20 years, maybe your next generation would participate in that. Then only this business becomes interesting. That's where the opportunity of partnering with REMAX would be. It's a very exclusive opportunity, as I said, in last so many years of our existence, and so many people coming to us. Almost every time I opened up and said we were looking for franchise, people say, "Aap mujhe pura region de dijiye, give me full city," and things that we never gave. We never gave because we felt that we can directly handle, because especially with Franchiseindia as an organization, we have offices everywhere in India. So we don't need somebody to just come and tell us that what these markets are. We are very well clear. What I need to understand is what you bring outside money is more important. So recently, we have allotted 3 people that entire thing. Actually, 2 have been almost finalized, and one is just finalized now, and one I'm upgrading. My current regional broker owner, one of my top performing offices, we are upgrading him to become a regional owner. So that's the one. And one we've just announced recently. We will come in next 2 to 3 weeks. We will announce that. So we're very choosy. We're very, very choosy on who really we want to do that. Even if we, in the next maybe year or 2, we get 1 or 2 more, we are fine. We are not in rush of having too many regional owners, because we are managing the country very well directly. But we very, very clearly compelling reason why somebody should be given this opportunity, and what else they bring in to demonstrate to us outside money. Money is okay, but it's very important for them to say what is their plan, what is the plan, what do they want to do, how they're going to handle this super brand which we've done. We are all heavily invested in this business because we believe in this business. Because we believe in this business, we don't want anybody to damage this business. So we want very clearly the people who have a very strong passion towards real estate, passion towards building a network, passion towards taking care of their franchisees, passion towards creating care of their consumers, handling a strong relationship with their vendors and suppliers, and their, most importantly, real estate property developers. Then only this business would make sense. So I invite you, but with the cautions that if you are genuinely interested in a long-term commitment, then we can go. But if you are, say, not interested in the regional owner, you think that that's too much of ask, and you want to start with maybe a franchise, then most welcome. Please reach out to us. We're more than happy to have a discussion. We'll have a discussion and we'll take you through the entire thing. And even if you don't feel you're like that, but you want to be in real estate broking, you want to sell property, then become our associate. So while this is opportunity we have opened for this webinar is for regional owner, but for me, there are different roles, and different roles need different appetite, different structure. But to me, the closest is my associate. He's the guy who's representing REMAX. He's going in the market, and people know us because of him. So the first person, which is only starting 25,000 rupees, you can become a broker associate with us, is the most dearest to me. Why? Because he's the person who's taking your flag to the market, right? So it's a fundamental. But the rest is all enterprise. You know, how big you enterprise you want to do, how much share of the market you want to have. It would depend on how much investment you would need to do that. So REMAX is a very, very fair organization with very fair kind of a practices. It's not built in a day. It's a 5-decade-old brand and has been number 1 since perception. It takes a lot to be number 1 in 110 countries. So, but it's a responsible brand. It has a big responsibility now. The founders are still there. Dave Leniger, who founded this company, is still the chairman of the organization. So he's both emotionally, financially, and everything in his life has invested into a brand. So he is very sensitive that where the brand goes in, how people react and do this and that. So we welcome you if you are interested to be part of a REMAX journey to build and transform real estate in India. Then please reach us. I have also my financial controller, Mr. Utkarsh, with me he's a senior colleague of ours. He will take you to the small presentation, give you a presentation on what we do, and then he will probably take up a few questions with you, one-on-one discussions, and then we take the discussions ahead. In the meantime, if I can request you to go on a Q&A box and write your question and also share about what you do. And if you are a professional, you can write P. If you are a business owner, write B. If you're already in real estate, write R. I want to know, what are you doing? And if you're in a career change, say moving out and trying to do something new, that also you can mention. Please go on our Q&A box. And because you're spending time here with us, we should really know, where are you coming from? What is your interest level? What brings you in this webinar? Please go on a Q&A box, and I will just, by the time Utkarsh loads this, I will see who's joined in. Sairaj, welcome. Satish, welcome. Two people I can see right now, and others are writing. So people can write. Vishnu is a business owner. Sunil Jain. Okay, Sunil, Gurgaon is a big market for us. At this stage, we are looking only on a franchise for Gurgaon. We're not looking for a regional owner. But Sairaj B, regional owner, is somebody who has a bandwidth to build the market. And we're very choosy if you are. Uday, welcome. Mulund. Mulund, again, we open for broker, owner, franchisee. And only a very rare case, I will look at Mumbai as a regional owner, very rare case, if very, very strong candidate comes in. Again, I'm saying at this stage, for me, I'm looking at few markets where I'm really feel that we need a local strength, which is one, Kerala. Kerala, I'm very keen. I'm keen on Northeast. Big market, very strong market can be in that. So we are looking at Suraj, your good profile, very good profile. We are also looking to now start facility management and asset management services under REMAX. So happy to talk to you. Utkarsh can set up a call between us. Parveen, yes, Pune is a great market. Pune, we just was recently, I think in that last month, one of our offices was a top performer in Shapurji. A new launch of Shapurji came, and I think we did among the 200 bookings in a very short period. So Shridhar, Hyderabad, we are strong. We are now having a regional owner, which is there, so we can obviously talk. We have only option of a broker owner office available in Hyderabad. You can become a franchisee in Hyderabad. Coimbatore, Satish, we keen on again broker owner. I'm not regional owner for Coimbatore, doesn't make sense. Somebody needs to be in complete Tamil Nadu, only then makes sense, which should ideally be Chennai based group. But broker owner we can consider in Coimbatore. Good. I think you ready to start, Utkarsh?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm also writing my email ID to you, all of you. Please reach out to me. This is gaurav@remax.in. Please reach me. Send a note what you have plans in market. I always believe that the best thing can happen to any franchise relationship is when you are not buying into somebody's plan. You are buying into your own plan. If you have a plan, what you can do with the world's #1 brand and world's #1 paying industry, which is real estate. See the combination. It's a world's #1 brand and world's #1 performing industry from a overall performance viewpoint. If you bring these two together and you are coming together with that, and what you can do, that's the question you need to ask yourself. It's never about that. It's never about what plan REMAX is going to present to you. And I've seen so many in Franchiseindia, which is my other company. I've sold so many businesses, and I found the difference between a performer, top performer, and a non-performer has been the performer always knew what he wanted to do and went to the top brand and say, I have a plan for you. And they are the people who are more successful. So thank you very much. Thanks for your time. Please reach me if you have any questions for me. And over to you, Utkarsh. I just see a few more questions coming in. Sushant Bali, how REMAX is other than Investor Clinic 360 and additional benefit in providing REMAX? Sushant, I might be looking biased, but what you said, you have already answered. We are REMAX. We are world's #1 brand. And Investor Clinic is a North India based company. Same as 360 Realtors. They work on an employee model. Even if I go and try to make comparison, I will be doing wrong to them because they are also good companies, but Indian startups. We have respect for that. But let's not ignore 5 decades of history of anything. It's like a comparison of a company which is relatively early. It's wrong to compare, but I feel that they're doing good work. There are another company called Square Yard. They're also doing good work. There is another company called Anarok. They're also doing good work. They're doing good work, but it's wrong to compare with companies. It's wrong perspective, right? It's they have to pass through a cycle, and also business model. Business model is very different. They are a distribution company. We are a hyper local brokerage. We want to be in every corner. We want to be the Starbucks of the market. Every corner, when you like coffee, you can just walk into any of our offices. That's what we are. We want to be hyper local distribution capability rather than that model. So we're different in that sense. But again, it's also a question by putting in who are we trying to compete? Are we competing them? Again, answer is no. We are not competing anybody. We're converting the market. So converting a market means that India has 1 million brokers who are practicing. And collectively, if all these companies we named, 5 companies, us, Anarok, 360, Square Yard, Investor Clinic, and 5 more, maybe I don't know them, but if you have 5 more, collectively, all of them is not even 7,000 or 8,000 people working for them. Collectively, we are 1,400. We are the largest spread, which is 65 cities, but collectively 7,000. And the industry is already 1 million. So as this is no comparison. What we need to see is that how much we can dent on that 1 million and convert them into this, including they also should convert some, we should also convert some, and everybody should do that. And there might be more companies coming in, and collectively, if we all become 100,000 people, 1,00,000 लोग हो जाते हैं, तब भी हम 10% हैं आज की मार्केट जो बन चुकी है. तो मार्केट बहुत बड़ी है, फ्रैगमेंटेड है, उसको सिर्फ ऑर्गेनाइज करना है. मैंने बहुत काम किया ऑर्गेनाइज करने में मार्केट्स को. जैसे मैंने पहला सैलून ब्रांडेड लॉन्च किया था 2003-4 में, तो सारे सैलून जो थे वो सब ब्रांड नॉन ब्रांडेड थे. तो आज मिलाकर इंडिया के अंदर कोई 20,000 सैलून ऐसे हैं जो ब्रांडेड है. तो चेन्स बन गई, कंपनीज बन गई, जावेद अबीब आया, लैक्मे आया, टोनी एंड गाय आया. सो ऐसे धीरे धीरे करके कारवां बनता गया. तो ऐसे ये मॉडल ऐसे ही होगा हर इंडस्ट्री के अंदर. एनी इंडस्ट्री यू लुक एट, there would be a transformation, and transformation is becoming branded, and things would change from one to another. And that's where we believe in, that's where we focus is, and we want to be a better service organization, better loved organization, rather than just competing with anybody else. Thank you very much. Thanks for your time, and
thank you, sir.
Look forward. I hope I answered you, Sushant. Thank you.
Hello, friends. Welcome again. So let me run you through the presentation. This is the tagline which we used to say that nobody in the world sells more real estate than REMAX, and this is fact. I mean, no one in the world is near to us while selling the real estate. Why we say? Because in every 30 seconds, our agent of REMAX is selling a property across the world. This is fact. I mean, this can be shown to you also. This is the balloon. This balloon is the brand image of the REMAX, which I'm also wearing in my shirt. This is a balloon which is used by all the 1,81,000 agents of REMAX and all the offices of REMAX. And again, this is the #1 global brand in real estate. In real estate, particularly, we are the leading ones. There is no one near to us if you talk about a global brand. This is how we are present across the world. In the world, we are present with in 118 plus countries, with 8,400 plus offices and 1,30,000 plus agents. And you can see this is the map of the world, and all the red are countries are having the offices of REMAX. And this is the quotation which I showed you just before the slide. This is because of this tagline that REMAX franchisee closes a deal every 30 seconds. This is how we are present in India. In India, we are present almost everywhere. We are present in 60 plus cities with 220 plus offices and 1,500 plus agents. This is our strength in India. And this we have evolved in just 3 years of time. Although we were present since 2008 in 2009 in India, but this in last 3 years has been the turning point of REMAX in India. We had been developing very fast, and we had been reaching to the cities, for every quarter of the cities, every quarter of India very fast. This is the power of REMAX. REMAX, as you can see the logo of REMAX, it stands along with the brand called Coca-Cola, Apple, BMW, Microsoft, MACD, Nike. These are the top brands, and REMAX stands along with them. And there is a ranking which is done of all the franchising brands across the world, and REMAX comes at number 5. And we have also got a recognition of having #1 real estate franchising brand in the world. These are our brand ambassadors for India, Mahesh Bhupati and Lara, and they need no introduction. This is the power of brand REMAX. The first picture which you can see on the top side, top of this slide, is the event which we do every year, which is called R4, which is which all our top brokers, all our top agents participate. And this we generally hire a stadium, and this you can see the strength of the people. Generally, there are 10,000 plus people who join this event. People from our network in India have also been part to this event, and they can give the testimony of the event, how big it is. And this shows the power of the brand REMAX. What does REMAX offers? First, as Gaurav sir said, that we have a legacy of 5 decades. So you get a brand name, a global real estate brand, which is called REMAX. Then you get a business model. The business model of REMAX is very beautiful. This is asset light model. In this you don't have to pay any salary to your employees. Rather, you are getting paid from the agents who work for you. So this is totally asset light model. Then you get the technology. The technology by the name of Max Center. This is a patented technology which is being used by 1,31,000 agents at 8,400 offices across the world. And this technology has many other features. To name a few, if you want to do some marketing video, you can just create the video in just a minute, and it will have your photo. It will have your office name. It will all the credentials which is required to do a marketing for you. And this has so many creatives. If you go on using the creative every day, and you're not going to even repeat that creative for over 4 years. It has so much data in it. This is the power of Max Center. This has many other tools. With this Max Center, you get to know all the partners across the world, across India. So you can just connect with them to do any transactions or learn anything from them. Then you get the CRM application, which is developed and maintained by REMAX India. Being a regional owner, you will be also getting access to this, so that the officers coming under you will be using that CRM. The CRM is CRM is basically maintained by us. Then you get the training. Training is which we offer is a world-class training. These trainings are generally classroom trainings, online training, or virtual. These days virtual because of the corona. So we generally do it on these training on an online basis. So this training is for the regional owner. This training is for the franchise owner. This training is for the agents. So we have all the trainings for all this hierarchy of the partners or associated with us. And this is very beautiful, wonderful training. And this is not the one-time training. We keep on training all the agents, all the brokers every week or every month. Then you get the network of 8,400 offices and 1,31,000 plus agents. So you get the network, and this network will help you in distribution. This is a big distribution network we are talking about. So as someone has asked that why we are different from other companies. So here is the differentiation point. With the network, you can sell your property across the world. Like people sitting in Bhubaneswar has sold last week property in Noida. This is the power of network. He has never traveled to Noida, although he has sold many properties in Noida. So people sitting in Mumbai has sold a property in Canada. These are the live examples I'm telling you. These examples are in this COVID times. The people have traveled. Hello. Yeah, people have don't have to travel, but they can sit at the place and they can sell the properties. Then you get the inventories. As Gaurav rightly said, for all the national tie-ups, REMAX India will do. For all the international tie-ups, REMAX India will do. For all the regional tie-ups with the developers, regional owner will do. So we have, if you name a builder, you name a developer, and we have a tie with them. So this is the power of REMAX. What you will get once you join as REMAX. Then the most important thing is the lead in distance store. So what we at REMAX India, we give extend you support in generating the general leads and also give you a listing space on our website. So any of the agent can list your properties on the website and they can get the leads through our websites. This is some example of the offices. This is REMAX offices. This is how it looks with the branding of REMAX. You can just imagine you go to any broker office in your neighborhood and you see without any branding, that is normal office. But when you step into any REMAX office, then you will get a different feeling. This is the actual pictures of the REMAX office. Once you step in, you can just get a good feeling, good positive vibes, and your customer will just be enticed to do a deal with you instead of going to just a broker next to your office. This is a hierarchy. This is a hierarchy of how REMAX offices are defined in India. Above, the top place is REMAX LLC. This is the US company. So REMAX LLC stands at the top position. Then we REMAX India, are handling all the rights, all the okay. This is the hierarchy. How it looks: REMAX India, regional office, and then broker office, and then agents. This is what we are offering you here. We are offering you 34 regions in India. We have earmarked all the regions, and here's a list along with the pricing and along with the minimum offices which a region can open. This is the minimum number. Again, this is the minimum number. This is not maximum number. I will take you through with this once on a one-to-one discussion. Now, coming to the revenue model, there are 4 revenue models while you go ahead with the vision owner. First is the revenue from franchise fees. The revenue starts from 1 crore and it goes up to 2.3 crores. Then is the monthly fees. Revenue starts from 30 lakhs, it goes up to 1 crores. Then is the BA. BA is the agent. The agents, as I told you, this is the asset line model. So these agents generally pay you 25,000 per year. So the revenue from the agents goes starts from 25 lakhs and goes up to 80 lakhs. Then is the transaction fees. The transaction fees, the revenues goes starts from 45 lakhs and goes up to 1.5 crores. The transaction fees are the income derived from the selling of properties. So in that nutshell, the total revenue over a period of 5 years, which you will get from investing in just a franchise fee of for the regional owner, starts from 2.1 crore and goes up to 5.8 crores, depending upon the region you have chosen. So it cannot be same across all the regions. So this is what you will get as a revenue. Now, what we are looking for here, we are looking for a partner. We are looking for a partner who has a very strong profile. We are looking for a partner who has very sound knowledge of real estate. We are looking for a partner who has good connects with the developer, and also he has a time to invest. And how we will proceed? We will have a one-on-one discussion, and then we will go ahead go further with it, and then I will ask you to share a business plan after having detailed understanding of how the regional owner model works. Okay. So this is all from my side. I'm sharing you my contact details, so you can connect with me. My contact number is, anyone can directly contact me. If you have any questions, I will take it on one-to-one basis. Currently, we are running short of time, so we have to log off. I have shared my contact details, and you also have contact details of Gaurav sir. Uh, so that's all from my end. Here is my email ID also. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for giving time for this webinar. I'm looking forward to have a one-on-one discussion and take the things forward.